is Bethany Herway, and I'm the Glamorous Housewife. Today I want to do something a little bit different for my Dear Diary Friday post, where I normally just list all of the links that I have found interesting or funny over the week. I want to actually talk about it with you because I really like that give and take. And you know, when I just put up a list, yes, you know, I put it up there, so obviously there's something I'm responding to, but I don't really describe what it is that I find interesting or amusing about these links. So I thought I'd go through some of them and just kind of give you my opinion on the subject so you can really see how this crazy mind works. So the first one is via BuzzFeed, and it is having kids, expectations versus reality. And I always think these are really funny because I certainly, I had some pretty amusing expectations when I first had kids. You know, you think everything's gonna be beautiful and they're gonna be so cute and loving, which they are, but you sort of forget that they're also going to be whiny and crying and boogers and changing diapers and all the other stuff that goes along with being a parent. So whenever I can laugh at both myself and my parenting skills, I will take that. So that's one of my first links that I thought was hilarious this week. For my next two links, one thing that I noticed was sort of a theme this week was what I call gross retro food. The first one isn't as gross. It is via The Kitchen, and they put together some of the the highlights from the 1960s, foods that have either were very popular in the 60s but may have fallen out of favor in this day and age, and they sort of review them and have pictures, and I thought that one was a very interesting post, sort of historical but lighthearted. The second one I thought was hilarious because somebody threw a party where they found the most disgusting 1950s food that they could find, and sent out an email saying, if you want to come to this party, pick a recipe, make it, and bring it. So it was like a buffet, or rather a potluck. And some of the food is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. One was this tuna fish pie with like tomato jello underneath. It was like I threw up a little in my mouth. It was so disgusting. But I highly recommend it because it is definitely a hilarious read. So one of the things that has been making the internet rounds is this little girl, she's 4 years old, gorgeous, and her mother have been making paper dresses just for fun. From what I read, they use, well, really anything, but it started with just regular paper, tape, and like packing tape, and it sort of evolved into this art project that this mother and daughter do together. She posts on Instagram, and some of the dresses are absolutely mind-blowing. Like if they weren't made out of paper, and for a 4-year-old, I would wear some of these dresses. My favorite are the ones that they looked to Project Runway, which we all know is one of my favorites. And they also did that exquisite dress that actress wore. It was red and had this cape. I can't remember which award show, I'm guessing the Golden Globes. I died when I saw it. And they do, this little 4-year-old in a paper version of the dress is just about the most adorable thing I've ever seen. So for sure you should check out that link. For my last link, I have a little bit of a tearjerker. I came across this video just today actually, and got a little dusty in here, a little teary-eyed. Basically, the video is about these teenagers who pass by this woman's house. I'm guessing she's in her 70s or 80s. Her husband and her would sit at their front window and wave to the kids, and the kids would wave back. Her husband passed on a few years, so now she sits there and waves to the kids. And this year, these teenagers that we hear are so awful in the media, they did something really special for this woman. I'm not going to tell you what it is, you have to watch the video, but it was very sweet, very touching, and it just proves to me that sometimes the media likes to blow things out of proportion, like how terrible teenagers are, because in actuality teenagers are the same as they've always been. Some of them can be real pains in the you-know-what, but for the most part they are wonderful, loving, early adult human beings. So give them the benefit of the doubt. And there you have it, this week's links that I found to be interesting or funny or tearjerker. I hope you enjoyed my take on it, and I will see you all in my next video. Thanks, ladies. Have a great weekend. Bye.